by 7-11, featuring the visiting Boston Celtics at hour 10.
Looking group to start than what we saw back in June in Game 5 to an undermanned Dallas team in the last 2 weeks. Start the game defending Jason Tatum. And Dinwiddie on Jaylen Brown. They got the mismatch with Gafford having to defend the quicker Holiday, but he couldn't score at the rim. Here's Dinwiddie for three, and he drills it over. When Porzingis was a Maverick and shipped to Washington for Dinwiddie a few years back. This is Porzingis' first game as a visitor in Dallas since 2018. He was a member of the Mavericks. We mentioned the trade to Washington. He did not play here in the regular season or the finals last year. Missed games 3 and 4. Irving working on Tatum, gets into the lane and puts it in.
And you're seeing mismatches. It's going to be a matchup chess match for both coaches.
Jaylen Brown, the NBA Finals MVP, is scoring down in the month of January, about 19 points per game. Porzingis got fouled by Gafford.
Please do the rest.
Porzingis is playing excellent basketball right now. He was the leading scorer for after ankle surgery. Was dealing with that injury in the finals a year ago. But he's back and playing great.
Well, and that's the thing. Blow out Golden State by 40, and then they have a 4-point loss in LA. So it's not like they're getting blown out or not playing competitive basketball.
PJ Washington missed it, but he was fouled.
Okay.
Derek White commits the foul. Washington misses a city. Can chime in here, Cass?
Yeah, PJ told me he saw it after a couple people tagged him a few times, and he called it comedy. But for a few hours, Mayor is now back up as mayor on Wikipedia. But PJ, you know, he had a good run, guys.
He did have a good run, but I think those were the Mavs fans. I don't think the Oklahoma City group enjoyed that very much.
He had 22 points to go with 19 rebounds in that great performance Thursday. Holiday thought he was fouled. Contact Walkie back in 21. Dinwiddie.
And I like the other shot block. I think Derek White is very good on the ball at blocking shots, but if Porzingis is away from the rim, you gotta attack that rim as Spencer Dinwiddie did.
Holiday missed the 3. Dinwiddie with 5 points early on. He had 28 points Thursday against OKC. Attacking is Washington. And Gafford cleans it up inside. For Dallas, they're without the normal starting center, Derek Lively. With an ankle injury, going to be out for a couple months, it looks like. So Gafford will start. He's had a good year for him. Came over at the trade deadline last year. Washington again penetrates, and he'll go to.
It's at every position.
Well, you think about that series with Minnesota in the conference finals last year when her kid here is the coach. Spent 8 years as a player. Won a championship in 2011.
Back into a zone.
Derek White staying on the floor with 2 fouls early on. 3 minutes gone by. Dallas up 7. High post Porzingis. They double. And now Holiday backs up, tries a 3, and it was blocked by Gafford. He's 10th in the league in blocks, about 2 per game. Washington really aggressive, driving to the goal. Missing another layup, though. Out of bounds. Back after missing the last 2 games due to an ankle injury. His 39th game in his first year with the Mavs. Irving moving to his left. Knocks it down. Moving left, moving right. Doesn't seem to matter. Looks the same and goes in.
Yeah, you're just waiting to see it drop if you're a defender.
And Tatum goes right at Irving and then falls away and drills it. Jason
allows you to get that space. That little dip of the shoulder gives you another foot or 2 to pull up on that jumper.
Tatum's first shot of the game. Washington per game and about 14 points per game.
What I love about what Jay Kidd said is he says he wants to keep this version of PJ Washington. And you doing that.
Now Kleba's on the floor right now with Gafford getting a breather, so a little bit smaller lineup right now. Tatum attacking Kleba and gets the bounce. Second for the 3rd straight year. His 6th All-Star appearance and a steal by Tatum. Gets it swatted away by Kleba. And then Tatum knocks it out of bounds.
For the Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas is a good defensive team. 11th in rating. 8th in offense. Shot clock inside of 10. Washington lost the ball. Back-to-back turnovers by Dallas. Jaylen Brown on the pull-up jumper over Kleba, and it's good. Celtics 16-6 on the road. That is the 2nd best road record in the league. Thompson got caught in the air, gave it up. Kleber driving. Now Thompson will fire and connect on the three.
An offense that creates these shots. Not having Luka, not having Dante Exum. Those are affected Clay's shots.
Ruled a two-pointer for.
Never been out, so it's safe to say he'd like to be back, and safe to say the Mavs would like him back as well, guys.
Yeah, Cassidy, they're
conference again. Looking at this team now, the one silver lining is you look at the elevation of a PJ Washington. You look at the elevation of a Spencer Dinwiddie, and while those numbers might not be the same, you still want them to be ultra aggressive when Luka comes back.
Dallas currently in the 7th spot, but tied with 3 other teams at 21 losses and just 2 games out of the 6th spot. Remember, you get in the top 6, you're in the playoffs. You don't have to play in the play-in tournament. That's teams 7 through 10. As Porzingis drills. Porzingis, who's shooting almost 50% from 3 in the month of January. Washington looking to answer, comes up short. Brown skies for the board. Peyton Pritchard on the court for Boston, the candidate for 6th man of the year. Elbow J, high arcing shot, swishes through for
elevation in the arc just to even get that shot off by Jaylen Brown. Tough.
Celtics have made 5 of their last 6 shots as a team. Thompson trying to get free from Pritchard. Shot clock down to 5. Grimes gets it out. Kleber and bailed out by a foul call.
Because you made him increase his arc.
Became the 6th Celtic to win NBA Finals MVP last year as Porzingis hit.
With the cap, if they're able to keep this team together, this is a team that's going to be dominant for
right now. And Kleber missed the 2nd free throw. He's only averaging 3 points per game this year, a career low in his 8th NBA season. Turns 33 years old next week. And Brown looked like he traveled, just lost his balance. Ends up with a corner 3. Can't bury it. Long rebound, Holiday. And a foul inside. Going to mismatch with 6th in the East at 23 and 21.
Shout out JB Bickerstaff and his staff. What they have done in Detroit has been remarkable. What a turnaround.
Bickerstaff certainly in the Coach of the Year running. Another high arcing shot from Brown. That one off the side of the rim. Long pass down court. Gafford in stride gets the layup. And what a look. Field goal for Gafford. He also has 4 rebounds. Entry pass to Brown. And Brown puts it in and a foul. Starters, Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, along with Giannis and Donovan Mitchell in the East. LeBron, Steph, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, along with Jokic and Durant in the West, the starters.
The East starters might have been the easiest ballot in history.
Fair. Hardy on the fall away.
Next play, man.
That right there, what you saw with Kyrie Irving and PJ Washington. Jason Kidd said it was going on all during the playoff run to the finals last year. And Irving had
compliment Kyrie on his leadership. And to me, he grew so much as a leader with his time with the Boston Celtics. When he was with the young Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart. That group, to me, improved his leadership skills so much.
Irving goes to the left, misses it. Let's check in with Cassidy for more on Kyrie.
Yeah, ever since he committed to Dallas last offseason, he said it felt like a sign for him to, quote, just not do so much talking, but do more leading. He told me when I was younger in my 20s, I can say my priorities were a little different. I've matured a little bit more. He admitted his last 2 years in Brooklyn, he didn't have a lot of peace of mind and was figuring himself out. One thing that may take him out of that piece is when his teammates call him Unk or old head. He says, I have to accept being 14 years in the business, but he said being called Unk at 32 is crazy, guys.
You touched on Cassidy when he made the comment about earlier in his career. He just did in Boston. He was there for a couple of years and was trying to find his role there. Shot clock at 2. Hardy penetrating. Can't score over Horford. And it's a 24-second.
They're rolling out there with a big lineup. More offensive rebounds. You have Missoula saying they wanted to shore up the defensive glass. This is one way to do it.
Here's Tatum. He's got 4 points, 2 of 3 from the floor. He'll take a 3 over Gafford and nail it. Jason, he's in the top 10 in the NBA again and made triples. Both Tatum and Brown with 7 apiece, and Boston has its first lead of the game. Pull-up jumper, tough shot, tough. That ends a 7-0 Celtic run. Tatum off the screen. Got Gafford off his feet. Skips it. Pritchard, good catch. Timer at 5. Cornette spinning and can't hit the fall away. Rebound by Kessler Edwards, who started the last game for Dallas and played well in a win. Tatum called for the reach-in foul. His first free throw good for Hardy. Had a great season. 1 out of 2 for Hardy. And the Mavs struggling at the line, just 5 of 9 as a team. They have a 2-point lead late first quarter. Tatum rising for 3, way off the mark there. But none since the late 60s. In fact, we haven't had a repeat champ in the NBA since Golden State. 6 straight different NBA champs. Grimes misses. Here comes Pritchard, final minute. Tatum, oh, what a spin, went for the slam, and then a foul called on Gap. Boston at 31-14, but over the last 22 games, the Celtics just 12-10. But talking with Joe Mazzulla before the game, he's not concerned. Celtics went through this about this period of time a year ago. Then they got hot in February and March en route to a championship. Dinwiddie misses. They can go for a 2-for-1, about an 8-second difference in the game in shot clocks. So 10 now to shoot. They'll come to double Tatum, gives it up. Hauser gets it good, drain it. Plenty of time here for Dallas. 4 seconds left. Gafford gets free and scores the layup. With Pritchard, who made a couple of those in the finals last year.